Hi, I'm Kristin Duncan. I'm a real estate agent here in Orlando, Florida, and today we are in Lake Nona. Right now, I am in Laureate Park Town Center. This is one of the spots that's the heart of Lake Nona, and this community is young and vibrant and growing quickly. So we are technically in Orlando. Lake Nona is not its own city. It is kind of a city within Orlando, really, but everything here does have an Orlando dress. We are in Orange County. And we are close to the airport, as you might be able to tell. There's a plane heading over us right now. We're actually about 10 minutes away from the airport. So if you're looking to travel a lot, looking to work at the airport, this is a great spot to be. We are southeast of downtown Orlando, just about 30 minutes away. And the same thing with the theme parks. We are just 30 minutes or so away from Universal, Disney, again, very close by, even though we are on the far southeast corner of Orlando. So let's talk about the population here. I told you all it's growing quickly, and I mean it. So in the year 2000, the population was around 1,500 people. As of 2015, the population grew to 50,000 people. So I'm not exaggerating when I say it is growing quickly and it exploded here. So let's talk a little bit about living inside Lake Nona. Lake Nona is a lot of fun. I said it's vibrant and exciting, and there are no shortage of things to do here. So right behind me, we have Boxy Park, which is really unique. It's like a permanent food truck style eatery. They have live music, sometimes crafts and things out there. So that is a popular spot here in the Laureate Park Town Center. One of my favorite restaurants in Orlando is right behind you here. It's called Chroma, really popular. And you'll see this tall white structure here is actually a piece of artwork. It's called the Beacon, and it lights up at night. So if you're in Lake Nona at night, they have different videos and artworks projected onto the Beacon, and it's a must-see if you're in town. So in addition to these things, there is a floating adventure park. So on one of the lakes here, there is a blow-up floating water park. It's really cool. There's Drive Shack, tons of nature trails, places to walk if you're into a little more calmer, more nature-oriented list of things to do. But you can truly, again, live, work, and play in Lake Nona without leaving the area. So we are ready to talk about living in Lake Nona, and you have lots of options here. So the main road that runs through Lake Nona is called Narcoossee Road, and really the residential areas are built on either side of Narcoossee. So it runs north to south. You have a long span of housing. And again, Lake Nona is about a 17 square mile section of Orlando. So this is a pretty big space with lots of developments. I'm in the middle of Laureate Park right now, and this is a great example of what the properties look like here. So many of them are modern, bright colors, fun. There are some more traditional communities as well, but Laureate Park really had fun with their builds. So there is still new construction going on here. There's not a ton of it, but there is still new construction. You're looking at paying though between $700,000 and $800,000 just to get in a new construction kind of base model property at this time. Of course, that could change as this video ages. Most of the homes though are pretty new. Again, this really started getting developed in the mid-2000s, so you're looking at homes that aren't that old. Most of them are honestly probably 10 years or less. If you're in Lake Nona, you are going to be paying an HOA fee, and that varies greatly based on what part of town you're living in. Some of the communities have a very low fee, maybe a few hundred a year. You're going to have others that are a few hundred a month based on the amount of amenities they have and what the HOA provides. There's even some communities that provide things like cable and internet. So some of the popular communities that you might have heard of: Eagle Creek, North Shore, North Lake Park, Laureate Park, of course, that we're standing in, and again, varying degrees of HOAs. But what they all have in common are fairly small yards. Again, this is an area of Orlando that you're not going to probably be living on an acre or a half-acre lot. It is smaller lot sizes, a lot of rear loading garages, but not everywhere. That you can get a personal or a private pool in some communities if you do have that backyard. But a lot of them are going to be on smaller lots with the mindset that you are going to be using the community. You will see people riding bikes, walking dogs, out and about, going for a jog, all hours of the day and night here. There's just again, a very vibrant feel to the community, and people use those parks and the lakes and the trails that are kind of dispersed throughout the community. So I am standing on one of the walking paths right now that are part of the amenities and the beauty of living in Lake Nona. You have this beautiful scenery just to enjoy, as any resident can enjoy. But I also want to point out the development that is still happening here. So you can see behind me, these apartments are currently being built as we speak, but also there are literally cows on farmland next to them. Same thing across the street here. And again, I'm in the heart of Lake Nona. So there is room to expand within this community, and it'll be exciting to see what's ahead. I know they already have some entertainment things on the books. There's a new live music venue coming to town, but Lake Nona will be growing and changing in the years to come. Lake Nona is another education destination within Orlando. And of course, you're going to have your higher level studies within Medical City, but also for the kids, there is a really great selection of schools. The schools are new for the most part and highly rated compared to most of Florida and most of Orlando. So this is a place where there are private schools available, but most people send their kids to the public schools. Lake Nona High School, for example, is currently A-rated. So part of the population explosion that we've experienced in Lake Nona is because of the ability to work within the community. And Medical City is really the best example of that. It employs thousands of people in this immediate zip code. And it is a 650-acre, as the website describes it, health and life sciences park. So they have research going on, colleges where they're actually treating people, you name it medically, and it is happening in Lake Nona. The UCF College of Medicine is here. There's a VA hospital, and Nemours Children's Hospital is really impressive. So in addition to the medical field, there is a U.S. Tennis Association training facility here, and their main campus is here. So you have a lot of sports professionals. Again, a real focus on health and exercise in this community. The cool thing about Lake Nona, though, there are your chain restaurants, but there's actually a good number of local businesses here as well. In that Laureate Park area, there were some restaurants that are Orlando specific and shops that are Orlando specific. So I think that's the really cool thing about this area. You kind of have this celebration-like, perfect-looking community, but you also have just some really unique things that you're not going to see in other parts of Orlando. So it really has its own personality here in Lake Nona. But I hope you've enjoyed this tour. I would love to hear what you think about Lake Nona. Please let me know what other areas of Orlando you want to explore, and don't forget to like and subscribe.